All right, guys, so we just got here. Demo is almost done. Let's do the walkthrough. So you bought this property for $80,000, both sides. This thing is deeded separate. It's really hard to comp. So we called a couple appraisers yesterday, and one appraiser said, I probably would just, since they're zoned single family home and they're on separate parcels, he said, I would just comp them out as that. As a condition 3, which condition 2 property, it's gonna be a condition 2/3. They're worth $325 a side, man, that's $650. The other appraiser said, well, I would deduct a little bit and you'd probably be at that $450 range.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be anywhere between $450 and $600, let's just say, depending on what appraiser gets assigned to this. We're gonna put an appraisal report together, or you're gonna put an appraisal report together and you're gonna show them, boom, what is listed as the auditor. It's a condition 3 property / condition 2. Here's the renovations that were done. This is how you really make money, knowing what to do in a property. So let's go on through and see what you're doing here to make this a condition 3 property, condition 2. So you got all this concrete outside. You're putting a dormer, you're blowing out the roof up here and doing a dormer. You got some easy deals too. You closed on 3 more deals 2 days ago. One of them's real easy. You got to put 10 grand in, 10 grand. You bought it for 124, you put 10 grand in. What's the ARV?
300,000. 300
grand. So you picking up $160,000 on that deal. The other one that you just went and looked at on, it's a 4 up and a 2 down.
Yeah.
2,000 in rent, right? Probably 1,800, 2 grand, easy, section 8. That's if you don't do it all the way, take a section 8. And then downstairs, 1,100 for the 2-bedroom. So you're looking at 33, 34, you're looking at least $3,000 in rent. You bought that for 200, you'll put 20 in it. 220 is worth 375. When you guys know how to read these appraisal reports, you understand what they are, you understand that you made the money off the buy. Now, Caden, both of them properties you found on the MLS. Yeah. So when you guys say, I can't find any deals, there's deals everywhere. You just don't know how to underwrite them. This deal here, you're gonna be all in for 220, 230. We're gonna show you the numbers. And guys, we have appraisals on every property that he did. The only property that you missed on was which one?
Oh, my 3rd one.
You didn't miss on your 3rd one. No, you didn't.
Lincoln.
That was your 2nd property, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That was your 3rd refi. That was your 2nd property, okay? Your 2nd property you missed. Tell them the numbers on that.
Bought it for 48,000. I had another $250,000 in it, so I was in it for about 300,000. Thought it was going to appraise at like 600,000, but I had bad comps on it, so it only ended up coming in at 480,000.
480.
Yeah.
But you also got a piece of land that's worth 100. So we thought it was going to be worth 600,000-700,000. It's worth 580. Originally, we thought it was going to be worth 350 plus 100, 450.
Yeah.
So we dug in a little deeper. So when we're buying conservative, guys. Like the one you just got back last week, you thought was going to appraise at 135 to 150, came in at 200.
Yeah.
Finished that one in 10 days. So guys, let's go in here real quick and we'll show you some of the progress here. I thought you wanted to open this floor plan up.
I am opening this floor plan up. This wall you see here is temporary. This is load bearing while we get the plans to put up what's called an LVL here. And what that's going to do is that's going to bear the whole floor load above this. So instead of having a big wall to do that, you have it, boom, it's about 10 inches. It comes off the ceiling, runs all the way across here, and that'll support that whole floor load. So it'll open this whole room up.
Okay, let me ask you a question, man. A typical wall is 16 inches on center. Why did you put it like this?
So it's right where the joists are.
Got it. So
that
you're supporting, so this is
right
where
down.
the joists are doubled up right here. That is what is load bearing right there. You see this one scabbed on right here? See that one scabbed on right there too, Caden? So there was a big fireplace here. Where was the fireplace at?
Right here where this H pattern is.
Got it, okay.
And when I say H pattern, you just see where that wood.
Okay, now I'm gonna just take this whole ceiling out here, man. I would just take this whole ceiling out here, bro.
Why?
I mean, how the hell is your drywall guy gonna come and patch this? You're gonna spend way more money patching this. You need clean lines for them to come and do drywall. Clean. Right. That needs to come out. This needs to come out. You need really clean lines.
What about where those hardwired smoke detectors are?
What about them?
Just keep that there?
Yeah, that electric's good.
Yeah, okay.
That's good. Look, I would just take out this whole ceiling here and the one over there.
Okay.
Anywhere where you got stuff like that. Even here, man. I mean, look at that. I wouldn't take that one out, but I would square that.
Okay.
I mean, see, the problem is, this is the problem. Your guys got in the demo, they weren't clean. Now that whole room's jacked up. It wasn't jacked up before. I would probably just take that ceiling out too, man. I know it's gonna cost you some more money. That's probably $100, you think?
Yeah.
So just take it out. $100. Let's go next door, look at the same thing.
All right.
Oh, cool. So next door we can get in through here. So this here gonna be part of your framing. So this is a unit here. Skinny stairwell. What are you gonna do here to dress this up?
This is gonna be glass, not glass, plexiglass. That way you can see all of this.
This is the kitchen here.
Uh-huh.
We gotta look at moving this ductwork here, potentially.
I don't think so, because depending on how far it is out, the bathroom's gonna be there.
So you're gonna do a bathroom here. Let's break down numbers, man. So you bought this for 80,000. How much was demo with dumpsters?
Like 7 grand. Nah, it's gonna be about 8, 9 grand. I'm gonna need to get
10 grand. It's just call it 10 grand.
Okay.
Okay, you got 10 grand in demo. I know it'll be a little less than that. So you got 80,000 purchase, 10,000 demo.
Yeah.
All new plumbing's gonna be going in here. You're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 fixtures. 20 fixtures at 800 a piece, that's 16,000. That's gonna give you a half bath, a full bath there, washer and dryer hook up there. So this is gonna be a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. That's why we need that dormer out there, because we're gonna get a full bath upstairs, a half bath here for the guests to use, and this will be an ensuite back here. So look at this, guys. So this will be an ensuite here. You need to get them dumpsters out of here. Okay, you need to get them dumpsters out and get another dumpster out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I just saw that.
All right, so look at this here, man. This all gotta be fixed, okay? This all has to come out. You can't rip them wires out.
Yeah.
So saw, keep the wires in there. We need to uncover what's in here. This whole floor has to come out, buddy. This whole subfloor. This was part of the demo, okay?
Really? You want all this subfloor to come out, though?
Fuck, I mean, dude, what are you gonna do? Try to patch this? The whole thing?
I just wanted to keep it and have the framing take that up because I don't want to not be able to walk back here.
All right, think about what you're saying, dude. Think about this, okay? Your framer show up, ready to fucking demo. That's stupid.
Okay, I'll take it.
This is real dumb.
Okay, I'll take it all up then.
Look, this was part of the demo scope. This was part of the scope, right? So.
Was it?
Yes.
Okay.
This was 100% part of the scope of the demo. But here's one of the things you got to tighten up on your job. Who's responsible for demo?
Everybody who's doing the demo.
Okay, what about, is the drywallers responsible for demo?
No.
Okay, are the plumbers responsible for demo?
Sometimes, actually, yeah.
No, they're not. That means you did a piss poor job. That's like saying, who's in charge of washing the cars? And you say, well, the guy who sold the car. It's like, why? I need him out there selling cars. Well, the finance manager. No, I need a guy that's washing cars to wash cars. Wash cars, wash cars, wash car. I need a finance guy, finance. You got to tighten up on your scope, right? You've been down here like all week. I just got back from Florida last night. This got to be done. This has to be done, bro. The subfloor has to come.
Well, I didn't know
this
that.
shit's collapsing. Yeah, you know that. We talked to Phil about that already.
Well,
so when he gets here, we'll talk to him about this. This whole, you need to get another dumpster over here though. That'll be what, dumpster 5?
Yeah.
So, well, I know, you were right. Can you get another dumpster out here today or no?
Yeah.
See if they can come swap that one out, okay? Because they're not gonna be able to put 2 in back there. To be honest with you, man, it usually costs about $1,200. Just say it costs $2 grand a dumpster. That's what it costs. Labor and dumpster, dump fees to fill up a dumpster and do the demo. $2,000 a dumpster. You know, for a house like this, we knew this was $5 a square foot, 2,000 square feet, 5 dumpsters times 2,000 is 10,000. 2,000 square feet times $5 is 10,000. 10,000 in demo. He's gonna have 12,000 in framing, including putting a new dormer, fixing all these joists back here, putting these temp walls up. Come here, let me show you what the L is here. So they're laminated beams, and you'll have to probably double up, triple. You'll probably have to triple a 9 1/4 or double 11. They make the laminated beams are a lot stronger than regular lumber. So this is 13 foot long, double LVL. The only thing we're carrying here is the floor load, which a live floor load I think is 45 pounds per square foot. So if I take this whole area here, and that's load bearing, that's concrete, that's all.
Hey,
and I take this here, and then I take this whole area up top. This is just, we're carrying a live floor load is 45 pounds per square foot. Here, let's just do it real quick, man. And guys, if you're an engineer, call me out because I'm probably wrong.
Hey, so
this is all easy stuff to pull up. You know what I'm about to do, man? I ain't about to do all this, man. I'm gonna go right here to Claude and have Claude do it. Tell me what the live floor load is for a 13 foot wide by 14 foot deep wall times 2 that comes together for 1 load-bearing wall in the middle that has 2 by 6 joists, and it's only carrying the floor load. Live load is 40 SF. Total live wall, okay, so dead load and then total dead on wall. So here goes our live and our dead is 700 pounds per lineal foot. 9,100 pounds is what we have to carry. That's like if it was up there full of people partying, right? Size me what kind of LVL I would need to carry that load. Okay, option one. So here's my options right here, literally right here. Can you see that? Or is that too bright? Like that's my options, man. So I literally can take this, the whole calculation. I can't tell you how many jobs are gonna be wiped out from AI, man. Like this right here just took an engineer from coming down here. Literally, I'm about to go do the same thing on the dormer. I don't wanna do this, I wanna train you guys how to do this. I'm building out a new academy now. I'll be on version 4 because we've been doing this for several years, teaching people how to do this. I'm gonna give you guys all the prompts on everything that we do in there, so you guys know what to ask. Okay, and like literally, I just had Claude build this out for us.
Okay.
Cause we don't even need Pat, okay? So you need to go in here, copy, paste this, draw this out. You know how you're gonna draw it out? You're gonna take a picture, you're gonna put it in AI. Then you're gonna put this, you already got the sketch. Makes it real easy. So let's break the numbers all the way down. You got a pen, we can write it down. Just gonna be a lot more work here. You got a new electric coming in, new service entrance cable. Yeah, but I think it'll definitely be worth it, man. It's worth spending an extra $80,000 in here, Caden. You're gonna spend an extra $80,000 in, but you are going to get an extra 200 out. Is it 240 out? 240 more?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're gonna put 80,000 in, you're gonna get 240 out, which is our math. For every dollar we put in, we wanna get 3 out. Back when I was in the street, we was getting dubs, man. You put a dollar in, you get 2 back, right? But you're taking penitentiary chances. You ain't even gotta do that out here. That's why this is great. And then here's what you really do. Instead of making the money, because then you got to pay taxes when you make the money, what you do is you own the asset and you borrow against it because you created the value, just like Elon Musk went and created a value. What do you think happened when he created a value? He became a trillionaire. When he becomes a trillionaire, if he needs money, what does he do?
Just go borrows against that job.
He doesn't sell his company, he borrows against the company. That's why wealthy people continue to get wealthier and wealthier and wealthier, and poor people get poorer and poorer and poorer. Middle class struggles, because they take all their money to buy.
Even upper middle class.
Yeah, even upper middle class. Honestly, even rich people are struggling. Following the Dave Ramsey 30-year method. Don't get any debt, don't get any debt, don't get any debt. It's like, I can't sit here and just tell you don't get debt. I can tell you there's bad debt and there's good debt. When you learn how to utilize good debt and minimize your risk, you can get wealthy. There is more than one way to do things. I think what Dave Ramsey teaches for somebody that's not gonna be responsible, to be honest with you, if you're not gonna be responsible with money,
you can't
don't do the BRRRR method, bro. BRRRR method is gonna tear your head off, okay? So I'm not even talking to you guys, man. Yeah, you guys go over there and follow Dave the rest of your life, man. And you'll end up with a couple million, which ain't much. And you're making $500,000 this summer. You're gonna make more than that.
That's just what I have right now.
That's what you have lined up right now. It's my hope that through sharing the stories with you guys, that you guys can see, you don't have to work your whole life away, man. You don't. And if you continue to work for money, you will always work for money. We're gonna go back home and break this down a little bit more. And I'm gonna shoot a Loom video for you on. I'm gonna go back to our original budget, man. I think we just go back to the original budget, which was 180 plus 20,000 in carrying costs. And
it's cool, dude. It's an $80,000 Nissan. It is.
Bro, Nissans in the hood though is crazy. You gotta be careful. If you see a Nissan Sentra or a Nissan Altima in the hood and it's got dark tinted windows, bro, you better duck.
And it's got damage on all the body panels.
Yeah, and all the body panels. That's the Cincinnati special, bro. Front bumper delete, no AC. We about to go over to the hood and we're gonna find that car that we talking about. You guys know who it is,
and it's too. That Pepsi can, gold color.
Some of them, nah, they be black too. They be all different colors. They don't even care, bro. They got 100% tint on them. And the front windshield got tint on them.
0%.
0%. Oh yeah, they got 0%. They got 5%. Is it 5%? They got that 5% tint and the front windshield. You guys know what I'm talking about. That could mean that you're in an area that could be getting gentrified. It could mean you're in the hood. You gotta be careful. The difference in becoming wealthy and staying poor is that buffer, buffer zone right there. It's a couple blocks, man. You see that though, Juan? You see that?
Turn it sideways so they can see it. Turn it like this so they can see it.
What you think? That's gonna look good, ain't it?
Or a little better than that because some of that stuff's even dated in there.
Yeah. The floor is dated. The colors are dated. Here's the other side. No, you can still do microwaves if you do it over here. So that's the other side of it. See, I always put these angle cabinets when I do these here. I always make it as clean. I don't like sharp, harsh lines here. Always utilize the space along a wall if you got plenty of space. All right, son, so you found a house right down here that we're gonna look at. The guy wants 200,000. But Caden, in this exact same spot is where my real estate journey started. It had to be about 98, 99. I started a roofing company. I was trying to figure a way to get out the dope rehab game. I came down here to look at this property right here. This is my absolute very first property I ever bought here. I bought it for $7,500. I mean, my car was literally right here. That's why I said, come here and stand here. Lady called me, place caught on fire, and she had the fire department cut a hole in the roof. You know, I was a rookie. You know, I called the guy who sent me down here that gave me the job. I said, hey man, she said, you know, it caught on fire. Da, 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 da. He said, man, ask her if she wants to sell it. That's how green I was. I didn't even know, oh, maybe I should ask her to sell it. I was older than you. And then I asked her, do you want to sell it? She said, yes. You know, how much you thinking? And $7,500, right? Because she got paid from the insurance company. And then the guy that I partner with, I did some renovations. I didn't do much of it, but then he came in, finished the renovation, and sold it out. Didn't even tell me he sold it. Essentially just took the property. There's indicators when you're partnering with people. I'm not saying you won't partner with people, but man, there's indicators. People that are doing drugs, people that are having ego, people that are kind of full of themselves, people, and I used to be that person. You know, I used to drink all the time, and you know, guys, just be careful if you're gonna partner with people. Make sure that they have the same value system as you, man. Make sure that they care about people. Well, I ain't gonna tell you what your value system. You know, if your value system is being crooked, then go find somebody to be crooked with. You guys will do a great job until you go to jail or get bang bang. But son, I just wanted to show you that because this is where I started at, and it's crazy because 4 doors down, you just got a call, or 3 doors down.
2 doors.
3 doors. 1, 2, 3 doors down.
Okay.
You just got a call about this property here. Now, okay, now I need you to look at that property. You've already done a property that's almost identical to that property. What is it?
Costa.
A Costa.
First one.
How much money did you have in a Costa?
92,000.
Okay. Then why can't you do this for 92,000? This one already
I gotta blow up walls.
Okay.
Add another bathroom. I got 2 doors are cool. I've got probably a little bit more drywall work in here.
So you ran the numbers on it. What's this worth renovated?
Low end, 400,000. High end, like 450.
Okay, 415,000 is a condition 2 property, meaning it's a stud out renovation. I think you're at $70 a foot to do a stud out renovation. You don't need a new roof. The roof's good. 70 times 1,700 is what? 70 plus 7.
Like 120?
Yeah, 120,000. Okay. Is that what you're coming in for your renovation?
Just about.
And then you're gonna have some holding costs of 20,000. So if this is worth, here, do the math. If it's worth $400,000, times that by 0.75. That's the max that you want to be all in on this property.
300,000.
300,000 is a max all in. What can you rent this property for? Can you?
I haven't looked, probably 20 and probably 27.
I think you can rent this property for $3,000 a month. So take $300,000 or $2,800 a month is what you can rent this for. It's a 3-bedroom, right?
The squirrel's fighting.
This is going to be a 3-bedroom?
No, 4-bed.
Okay,
It's
4-bed.
have a master on.
Okay, so you can get $2,900 in rent. Okay, so take 300,000 times a 0.065, 69% is what we can borrow money at, interest only right now. I'm 30-year fixed.
$19,500 a year.
Okay, plus your, no, plus your taxes. We're gonna do an abatement on this. You're gonna get the taxes abated at $2,200 a year, and your insurance is gonna be $1,200. Take that and divide that by 12. That's gonna be your monthly payment on the house.
1908.
Okay, $1,908.
That's the exact same as my first house.
$1,908. You're gonna be pulling out how much cash? If you start with 300,000 as your max all in, and he wants 200, and you put 140 in it,
yeah, it don't
you
work.
can't do it. Yeah, you walk away with 60,000 equity, but you walk with 40,000 stuck in a deal. So you need to buy this house at 140,000. Okay, 140, maybe 150. So let's walk over here and check it out, man. You don't want to do the camera because
I mean, I just haven't asked him. He'd probably be cool about asking first.
Okay, let's just go walk around outside the house here. How you doing today, brother? Hey, what's up, man? Oh, what's up, brother? How you doing?
You're all over the place. My name's Neil.
What's up, Neil? This your property here? Man, you need a roof,
Nice.
bro.
Oh, you just bought that like yesterday, didn't you?
Oh, really? Can we do an interview with you? All right, hey, man, so just ran into Neil. Neil, you follow me on social?
I absolutely do. I do follow you. I follow Kaden.
Awesome,
And,
man.
You know, all of the learnings that I...
What's up, brother? I don't want you to get hit. All right, so you just bought this property here, man.
Yeah.
Can we do this in front of your property? Can we? All right, let's go over here to your property, man.
You literally just bought this yesterday, didn't you? I saw it on...
I closed on 5th of this month.
Okay.
Yeah. So, man, I just ran into Neil. Neil's your name?
Yeah, Neil's my name.
Man, nice to meet you too, brother. So we're down here in his hood trying to buy some houses. He just bought this one right here that I was looking at the roof saying, man, we can get this. Oh, man, you got a garage back here, 2-car garage?
Yep. You know, well, you have space to load up and front load all my supplies, so my contractors are not reading it in.
Dude.
And
Are you in our group?
I am, yeah.
So
Invest.
Yeah. So you got, did you get signed up with our Home Depot?
I did. That's, a lifesaver.
Yeah, Home Depot, we love you guys, man. Thank you for taking care of us and all the hardworking contractors, man. So let's talk numbers on this property.
Sure.
Oh, come on this side over here.
All right. Yeah. So this was on MLS.
Yep.
Right. And it's hard to bargain with this because you guys have to understand this is for a big company called Winebrook.
Yeah, Vinebrook.
And they're offloading bunch of the property.
Why are they doing that?
I think this is just me. I think it might be because of the new deal they passed, like
The legislation?
yes, that
Yeah.
Okay.
individual cooperation. Can
So you know what that's gonna cause, don't you? Because they got over 4,000 homes.
Yeah.
What that's gonna cause if they have a mass influx of dumping them back into the market, it's gonna cause a temporary crash,
Yeah.
right?
Which is an opportunity for
Which
us.
is an opportunity, baby.
Yeah.
So look, you're right next to this house here that's probably worth $500,000, right? Is that $500,000 there?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, and then so your house here, what are you gonna do with this?
So I'm gonna, like, this was originally 2 bed, 2 baths.
Yep.
I'm gonna add a bedroom because that's super easy for me to do.
How are you gonna do that?
Convert the dining room into like a nice open
Yeah, man,
concept.
you don't need a dining room anymore.
Yeah.
You mind if I walk it and kind of show you, to see if there's something different that I see? What are the numbers on this? What'd you pay?
So 225 is what I got for it.
Okay,
And I tried very hard to bargain.
okay,
But Madisonville is my buy box,
got it.
right? And you know what's funny, guys? I love the stuff that, you break down. And sometimes, it got into my head. I love your quote where you say, hood meets the good.
Who meets the good? It's right here, baby.
I think I went a little bit overboard. So I have one property down the block here. It's on Roanoke Street.
Uh-huh.
My house is the nicest house, but my neighbors, that's, it's
Is it in Madisonville?
Yeah.
Oh, you're good. You're good, bro. It's coming. All you do is wait and make money.
Yeah.
It's like buying SpaceX stock, man.
Yeah.
Just wait and make money. The problem with buying SpaceX,
I
you
have
might
to wait
die.
till he gets tomorrow.
You might die like before it gets profitable. But this area here, you got compression, you got good job growth, you got a good community. I mean, this was the hood. Look, my very first house I bought was right down there. That's why I came over here. I bought that house. I was still selling drugs. I was trying to figure it out. I had a roofing company, got a lead. Lady needed a roof. I went down there, fire department, cut it open, bought the house for $7,500. 4606 Ward. Bought that, 98, 99. I only know it was a long time ago. Maybe 2000, 2001. But man, I was making a couple $100,000 a week selling weed. Profit, not gross, net. I was getting the weed for $575 and selling it for $1,400 and bringing 330 of them in at a time. I mean, every week, man. Sometimes twice a month. Sometimes not every week. But to me, man, it's like when you're doing that and you're talking about, well, you could do this house and make 20, 30 grand. I'm like, bro, I ain't doing that. But then when I had Caden, even before I had Caden, I had to figure out something, man, and I figured out real estate. So I bought that one. I never did anything with it. I actually somebody stole it from me, actually, because, just quite honestly, man, I put it in their name and then they sold it and they never told me. And so it wasn't a big deal. It was like, maybe I had 12 or 13 grand in it because I did a little bit of renovation. I always knew real estate was the way. Yeah. So when I cried out to God, man, in 2004, I started doing real estate, man. I just started, start doing really well. So this here 2 1/4, I want to take you around to one, not today, because we got to go shoot. He just bought 4 this week. He got one around the corner, a 2-unit, Madisonville, got it for 80. Wow. 2 houses, okay, 2 3-bedrooms. They're connected at a wall, but they're both have a dividing line down the middle.
Gotcha.
They're gonna be worth $550 to $600. He's gonna be all in for how much?
260,000.
260's worth $550 to $600.
Yeah.
Then we're gonna be 3 2s with
2. Okay, never
no
mind.
3
I get
2
what
because
you're
he's doing that off the back. He's gonna be all in 240,000 or 260. Hard, soft, renovation, everything. Will break down our numbers here. You need a you need a roofer.
Let's schedule next week because
How much they charge you for the roof?
I pay about $100 square.
Yep.
Yeah, labor only. Usually have them pick up all their materials from either ABC or Muller Roofing. I just do credit card sale.
Okay, so I'm gonna show you a hack. Is Sean in today?
I think Sean's in today.
Okay, I'm gonna show you a system that'll save you a ton of time and money. Now, we go to Home Depot because they give us great deal on that stuff. If you wanna buy seconds, you know what seconds are?
Yeah.
Just go to economy.
Economy.
Economy is
Interesting.
68 a square.
Wow.
You're gonna save a ton of money. You won't be able to tell the difference on them. And literally, if I call Sean Monday, I say, hey, Sean, look, man, I got a property here. I need you to pull a roof scope. You know what roof scope is?
No.
He's gonna pull and tell you how many square it is, how many boots you need, how many flashing. He's gonna get the whole order together.
Okay.
And then say, hey, I need that out tomorrow morning, right? And he's gonna say, okay, do you need a dumpster? I'll probably say yeah or no. 100 a square, you know, them guys ain't probably providing a dumpster. This here is probably maybe a little more than 100 a square because this is an 812.
Yeah.
So they may charge you 130 a square here, 120. But have you looked into the attic to make sure
The decking's bad. So
the decking is bad? How much of it?
he probably said like, you know, about 70-ish% bad. So he's gonna come.
Have you looked at it?
I haven't.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, 70% of that roof's not bad.
Yeah, if 70% of it is bad, you wouldn't even have a roof problem.
Here's why I'm telling you that, man. In order for a roof to go bad, water can touch a roof, it's fine.
Right.
It's wood.
Right.
It has to sit there. Bro, water's not sitting on that.
No.
Okay?
No way.
So I'm telling you right now, we get up in there, you're probably gonna have maybe a board or two. I don't think you're gonna have much at all, man.
The problem is I do not have access to attic, so my contractor is gonna cut an axis so that, you know.
Do you have your camera with you, your scope we can put up in there?
I may.
Hey, go get that.
But yeah, I took my car.
Yeah, we're just gonna stick a camera up in there and we'll find out for you. We'll be able to look at your roof, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, so windows are good, right?
Good shape. Yep.
Okay, here's what I would do with the windows. If I was you, you know, obviously you got your own thing, but if it was me, I'd just paint the aluminum black. You don't want to paint the windows. If you paint the windows black, they pull in heat on that vinyl and they can warp and break.
Yeah.
So I would paint the aluminum outside because do you understand what you're doing with this property?
Yes.
What?
I'm forcing the appreciation, making it really good so I get really good tenant. And in my past experience, 11 BRRRR properties, the most trouble that I get where I underrun the property.
Yeah.
So I want to do the work up front.
But look, let me explain to you terms that they can better understand, okay? What you're doing is you're taking a condition 4 or condition 5 property and you're turning it into a condition 3. Right? You understand the appraisal report, the C3.
Yep.
Now you have to look at it subjectively and say, if an appraiser comes out, what is going to be, where am I going to find a 3-bedroom, 1,700 square feet? 1,700 square foot 3-bedroom. I'm telling you right now, there's one that just sold that was a condition 3 that sold for $415. That was 2 years ago. I got to go back and look 12 months. You're at $300 a foot here, man. So $300 a square foot times 1,700 is what? 500. You're at $500,000.
Yeah.
This is a $500,000 property here, guys.
With detached garage.
With the detached 2-car garage, but he's not gonna sell it because he understands the game that the wealthy understand. As they're printing more money, that's causing the value of his assets to go up. You guys are afraid of debt. That's why you're gonna work the rest of your damn life, and you're gonna end up over there with all of us. Right? Me and him gonna have one of them big ones with a door on it. That's a graveyard, guys. What I'm saying, guys, you gotta get rid of the fear of debt, man. How did you overcome that fear? Because where are you from?
I'm from, so I grew up in India. I
So-
came here about a decade ago.
So a lot of times people from India are afraid of debt.
I know, yeah.
So how
It's
did
a
you overcome
cultural-
that?
It's a cultural thing.
It's a
right?
cultural thing to keep you poor.
I know.
It's like what the world teaches you. Like, how can we keep them poor? Well, tell them that's bad.
The reason I'm not afraid of debt is that, you know, everybody has to understand that I'm going to lock in the debt at, let's say, about 6.125% right now for 30 years.
30 years.
What's going to happen in 30 years? Inflation's going to go up.
This house is going to be worth at least $1.5 million in 30 years, guys. I know you're saying that's crazy, but here, let me break it down for you, man.
Okay.
Here, hold this. I'm going to break it down because I don't know if you ever broke it down like this, but what we got to understand here is that the average median income in Madisonville is probably $85,000 times 1.04 to the power of
I was just
30. Okay, 275,000 is going to be, that's with a 4% raise every year. A quarter million is going to be the average median income in Madisonville in 30 years. People say, oh, there's no way. Well, go back and look 30 years ago.
Yeah.
It was 20,000. Now it's 80,000.
Yeah.
So don't tell me it's not going to triple or quadruple. That's just math. The government needs that to happen because if they can give everybody a raise every year, then everything artificially costs more, and that's how you grow the GDP. But if you grow it too much, the working people are going to get disgruntled because they're going to say, oh, inflation is killing me. Me and him going to say, not me, bro. Charge me $12 for an egg. I don't really care because our properties are going up so much in value. It's not fair, but I'm telling you right now, you can level your own playing field like he has, man.
Yeah.
So this property, 225, you're going to have another probably 75 in it.
Yep.
It's going to be in another 10,000 in closing costs.
Yep.
So you're going to be in it for 310. It's going to appraise it 475 at least, guys. 475. You're going to go borrow 75% of that.
Probably a little less because just like Kate said in his last interview, I do not need the cash now,
Yeah.
right?
So you're gonna borrow, and plus you get a better rate. That's why he's getting a 6.125 versus 6.5 if you take it at 75.
Do you do amortization?
Are you doing interest only or
No, I do not do interest only. I saw your video about that. It's a very interesting concept.
let me explain
Uh-huh.
the math
Sure.
behind it, brother.
Mhm.
The math behind it is this. And, you know, we broke this down. JD Mead broke it down for us. He's one of my students, and when he got in, he had 3 properties, and he was just trying to pay off everything. I've been doing property 15 years. He got 27 of them now because he understands. Now he's leveraging 60%, low leverage. You go do it's a 30-year fixed, okay? It's a 10-year AM.
Interesting.
Instead of you voluntarily paying off the interest, what you do, because that's what happens when you 30-year AM it. This is a 30-year fix with a 20-year AM on the back.
Okay.
If you take the same amount that you were going to be paying and you apply it to principal, the amount goes down from 86,000 to 74. It was like a $12,000 swing in your favor just by doing this loan. And they don't say you can't pay it off early. No, you're going to have a 3 or a 5 probably prepay, right?
Which I do have, yeah.
Which you're going to have anyway. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about applying principal to it, right?
Gotcha.
Because think about this, when you're applying principal and interest, there's a fixed scale, and it's not till you get to year 15 where you start paying the principal down. But if you start applying that towards principal,
Yeah, that's gonna count.
you pay
You
it
get
down
paid
earlier.
faster.
So I'll do a video on it, man.
Okay.
And you know what? I'll do a video in here. And JD, I believe you, I trust you, but I want to verify you. I love you, bud.
I understand the concept. You know, you're gonna pay, let's say if I did it my way, right? That is, you know, amortization and not interest only. Let's say my monthly payment's gonna be 2,200.
Yep.
Let's just say.
You got 300 that you're paying towards AM, right?
If we do it your way, interest only is gonna be a lower number.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say it's 1,500.
Let's say it's if we're doing a 300 AM, it's 2,200 minus the 300 AM.
Okay.
So it's going to be 1,900.
1,900.
1,900.
That extra 300, I do not keep it in my pocket. I make principal only payments, and it's gonna run through and eat the
Principal.
that principal
Yes.
a lot faster than doing it.
It's just math.
It's
It's
just
math.
math, yeah.
So here I'll tell you another math problem to solve. So Caden just finished the property in 10 days, man. I don't know if you saw that one.
I did.
He bought it for 75. He put 30. Now, after he got stuck on one in Norwood, it should have been 30 days, and it took him 5 months. So what I did was I put a critical path method together and did it in 10 days. He closed his property May 23rd for 75 grand. When I'm telling you, he moved in a guy June 1st. June 1st. Appraiser came out June 2nd. It appraised at 199. He was all in it for 108. He rented it for $1,395. It's a little 2-bedroom, 947 square foot house. New roof, sanded the hardwood floors and finished the hardwood floors. New mirror in the bathroom, prime painted, a lot of drywall work, foundation work, had some leak-in foundation work. This
That
stuff
looks
doesn't
good.
leak bad here. And, you know, painted the basement, new hot water tank, fixed the garage outside, painted the gutters, painted the outside, pressure washed the outside, new roof, did we say that? New kitchen, cabinets, granite countertops, stainless steel appliances, backsplash, new door hardware, new light, new faucets throughout. Windows were all good.
Yep, windows were all
Resealed the driveway. What else did you do in there? Redid the front deck, address plaque, mirror. You know, he did all that in 9 days.
That's just amazing.
And that was a Memorial Day weekend. He had guys out working till like literally 2 in the morning. But he got that done in 9 days. So now he's closed this one around the corner, and then he closed 3 more this week. So he's got 4 right now going. Then in the next 90 days, he'll close 3 of them out in the next 10. Then the one over here, he's got to do all the work. That'll take him 90 days. Already, summer ain't even started. He's going to grow his net worth by 600 grand just off what he has right there.
Way to go, man.
But what he did on the one in the one that he bought that only appraised at 199, here's the math problem. So they said, you know, we don't have any seasoning. You know how to get around seasoning?
I do not have either with my landlord. Like,
Okay.
You know, as soon as I move my tenant in, I present him the
We don't even
lease.
need to do that. They'll do a 1007, which is a rent comp.
Yes, take a look around the.
Yeah.
You have to pay a little bit extra, $300 or $400.
Yeah, a couple
that's
$100 more
totally
for that.
worth it.
Yep. I had a decision to make. The property only appraised at 199. So if he borrows 75% of that, it was below 150, right? Just slightly, but still, parameter's a parameter, right? It's below 150, so his interest rate goes up 125 basis points. So then we say, hey, Cool, don't worry about it, man. Just let him borrow 80% because he can hit a DSCR with it still. He can hit a 1.2 or 1.25 is now where they moved the threshold up. He can still hit a 1.25. Then they said, well, that's cool, but if you move up from 75 to 80, it's a 100 basis point increase. I was like, well, dang. Then it was like, okay, what if he just takes out 65%? And, you know, it's like, well, that's not even worth taking out because you're pulling 130 out, but your closing costs. So I said, well, here's what you're gonna do. On these other 3 properties that you're doing, you're just gonna go up to 75% instead of 65.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna keep that one all cash. You're gonna put your own mortgage on it, right? So it's balancing things out and understanding what makes sense, man. Like that one there, essentially, you could say he owns it free and clear, but he never wants to own a property free and clear because if somebody comes in, they get a judgment against you, they can take it. So what you do is you set up another LLC and you set up a mortgage and promissory note on that. And that entity acts as its own agency, its own entity, and it's all legal to do, guys. I'm telling you, the wealthy people have been doing this for years, and they've been teaching you guys to go to school, to work, and work the rest of your life until you're 60-something years old. But when you get out here and you've done 13 of these, 11,
Yeah.
you've grown your net worth well over $1 million.
Yeah.
Awesome job, bro. How long did it take you?
2 years.
Dang.
But I also got my full-time W-2 job. So, I got to play that balancing act.
Yep.
And, circling back on the point you made, like, why am I not scared of the debt? I probably have 3 million debt, over 3 million of debt. But here's the thing, right? When they keep on printing money, a dollar is not a dollar 2 years from now. It's only 70 cents.
Yeah.
But my note is a fixed note.
Yep.
So my payment are at a fixed lower rate, when you compare to the future. So it's the hack, right?
I'm gonna show you something that's mind-blowing, man. You got a calculator?
Yeah.
So I did some research on the last property buy. Built in 1932, sold for $2,000. Take 1932 was, or how many years ago was that? 94 years ago? 94 years ago, okay? So take 2,000 is what that property was worth, times that, times a 1.04, 4% appreciation to the power of, you know how to do the power of? Scientific calculator, to the power of X to the Y. X to the Y right there. Take the same thing, 2,000 times a 1.04 to the power of X to the Y. How many years ago was that? 94.
94 years.
Okay, 94 equals. Look, that's 79 grand if it went up 4% a year.
Yeah.
The property's worth 200, right? So take it and times it by a 1.05. So that's how you get wealthy. Property's going up 5% a year. The bank has, let's say 300,000 in it. You're making that 5%. So guys, at a 4% appreciation, that $2,000 house would only be worth 79. It's worth 200. That doesn't mean that it got an 8%, but here's what you guys got to really understand is that when you start adding an extra 1% and it's compounding yearly, so that $2,000 times a 1.05 to the power of 94 got 5% appreciation every year, guys. 196.
The swing that was
the swing, that 1 point. So when we talk about where the hood meets the good, I'm telling you that property went from 79 to 196 because instead of getting a 4% appreciation, you got 5. Now imagine if you could identify an area like Madisonville that's consistently got 6, 7, 8% year over year over year. Then what you got to do is back in the numbers and say, what's it going to cost to build this thing new? 1,700 square foot house. Well, the lot alone is 150,000 bucks. Okay. Then I got site work. Then I got underground work, sewage connection. I'm 200 grand before I even start. Then the cost to build high and finish here, 250 bucks a foot, hard and soft. You're at 900,000 to build a house like this down here right now. That's where you find value, where the hood meets the good, man. So let's walk through here, brother. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's walk through here, man. Come on, Caden. Tell us a little bit about how you got started. And what do? You do software right now?
Yeah,
or?
I'm in
Okay.
IT. And whenever I had a little bit money, I always wanted to park somewhere.
Yep.
But the way money works in US or this country, it's very different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And people have been brainwashed to the consume, live paycheck
Yeah,
to paycheck,
yeah.
right? So when I started,
The more money they make, the more consumer they become.
and
That's why they're afraid of debt, because they only do stupid debt.
right, yeah. And it's not an income problem with a lot of the people. It's the spending problem. That's my 2015 Toyota right there, right?
Yeah.
I do not drive fancy cars, right? I do not spend money on belts and bags. I buy hard assets,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And when I started off, I bought turnkey property.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Really?
1, 2, 3. I went to buy my 4th one, and the bank said, well, you can't buy it anymore. I was like, how are the guys buying hundreds of units doing it?
Yeah.
I bumped into your group, and I'm not lying. I bumped into your group. you guys talking about the BRRRR method.
Yeah.
Then I read a book, BRRRR by Robert Greene, and started listening to Bigger Pockets,
Yep.
following you guys. And I was like, all right, guys, this is something that truly works. It's not just like, to make a video or make content.
Mm-hmm.
This is a real deal, because I was not connected to the industry, had no background, new in the country. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Right?
Yeah, one of the things that you said is key there. 10 years from now, man, I'm on social media. I'm not teaching anything different than the BRRRR method, guys. There's a lot of people that'll be teaching one method one year, one method the other. Like I am, look, there's a reason why I didn't have my son start off with a 50 unit. They are not as easy to do as these, and they're not as profitable because you got to push the net operating income. You have to put your money in, keep it tied up for 18 to 24 months.
Correct.
Before you push the NOI. But when you're doing these single family houses, you're gonna have this done, what, probably 45 days?
Yep.
45 days, you bought it for 2.25. It's gonna appraise at probably 475 to 500.
That's magic right there.
And guys, that's magic. And he's gonna be all in this thing for 310,000. That's with his soft costs. Creating $190,000. I can't make this up. He's doing it in 45 days while he's working a full-time job. What I wanna ask you is why and how much longer you're gonna work a full-time job. Because I got a guy named Tico out of Evansville, Indiana. And I was going through, he made over $1 million in his first 17 months when I was mentoring him. And he's making $90,000 a year, $95,000 a year, pushing a bulldozer, pushing coal. And I said, dude, you've made $1 million in a year and a half working part-time, and you're full-time and pay no taxes, and working full-time, you've made, $190,000 paying all the taxes. Like, what are you doing, man? You got to quit, bro. He's like, well, how? I said, here's how you're gonna do it. So I showed him, I said, you're gonna pull some equity out of your property. Yeah, $36,000 a year in income. He needed to get to 70. I said, you're gonna take that, you're gonna go borrow $250,000. You're gonna put $68,000 aside. You're good for the next 2 years. You don't have to work now. You can focus on real estate. And his first year, I think he took a whole year off and just traveled. I ain't saying you did, Tico, but that's what I saw. I saw him not working much, and then he jumped back in, because you need that break sometimes, man.
Absolutely, you're right about that. My thought process on this is slightly different. I like what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm a very goal-oriented person.
Yeah.
So the moment I do not have work, that's what scares me. Work's not a problem. It doesn't bother me.
Now, you say it scares you. Does it scare you because you just love doing it?
I think I have been wired that way, like always doing, and it has to be the upbringing, the way I was raised.
Yeah, you were raised to work hard.
Right.
You got to get away from that, man. I had to get away from that. I was raised the same way. I went and took 4 months off, and I was able to get away. It took me cutting that umbilical cord, like, okay, this feels really good not having to work every day. But your brain, it takes a long time to slow down, man. Like I had to stop doing coffee because I had to slow down. Yeah, but then what happened was this. I grew my net worth in 30 months from bankruptcy to about a little over 5 million. Yeah, and I was burnt out. I was working 18-hour days. Jaden was a baby, and I just came out of bankruptcy. And I was like, I'm done, bro. I'm done. And then we got another property. It was on almost 300 units. And my partners were like, I said, guys, I'm done. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, dude, I'm done. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need to work anymore. I had 35,000 a month in passive. I was like, guys, I'm good, man. I'm going out to Florida. I'm just going to go deep sea fishing every day. I was 40. I went bankrupt when I was 37. And I was like, just a life. Then I went down there. And after about a month of deep sea fishing, I was like, it was kind of boring. Then I came back up here because my wife wanted to come back, and I started doing real estate, but I start really picking and choosing, like, nah, I ain't doing that. And then I remember there was a deal that I could make $1 million off, and I was like, I ain't doing that, it ain't worth it. And then my partner said, really need $1 million? I said, man, it ain't worth it. I don't need the money. I'm not moving. I'm not moving unless it's worth my time. It's not that I want to tell people $1 million is not a lot, but it was at that point where I was like, okay, $1 million is going to grow my net worth by $1 million, which is going to do absolutely nothing for me lifestyle-wise. I'm not going to move in a different house. I'm not going to eat different. When you get to the point where money doesn't really do anything different for you, then you really want to be intentional with your time and what you're doing with it. So you're still climbing, but you'll get there in the next couple of years, man. Yeah, let's walk through real quick, man. Sure. So out here,
so they're pressure washing, as we speak, because all these this is stucco exterior right here, right?
Yeah.
And what's really key is that you get and scrape everything out before I.
What are you gonna paint this with?
Exterior alabaster color.
What's alabaster?
It's Sherwin-Williams.
Okay.
I know you guys are hot and heavy on PPG.
No,
I
what?
haven't tried it.
No, we go with Home Depot now that we got our group discount.
Yeah.
But what I would do if this was me, it'd save you a
Uh-huh.
ton of money. I would use block filler. You know what block filler is?
I do not.
Block filler is only 11 a gallon. And when you put it on here, it's gonna go on heavy. It's gonna fill in all this concrete.
Gotcha.
It's like 11 bucks a gallon. It's real heavy.
Okay.
But I mean, you can use, Loxon is what Sherwin-Williams, what I would spec if I'm using Sherwin-Williams.
Uh-huh.
You know what that is?
What is that?
Loxon. It's Loxon. It's made for this here. But I
Okay.
would come through here and I would pull all this stuff out.
Yep.
Anything that's loose at all.
Yep.
I would just fill this stuff in here with, you know.
Stucco mix.
No,
No.
I wouldn't know because stucco mix is gonna crack. I gotta
Okay.
think about this.
Okay.
You got two different, this is gonna expand and contract. This is gonna
Uh-huh.
expand and contract.
Okay.
You need something that can move with it. So just the little cheap tubes of caulk that they got
Okay.
is what I would use on any termination right here.
Okay.
Because if not, it's gonna crack again.
Okay.
Because think this is, that and that aren't naturally, they're moving in different directions. as
Right.
They expand and contract.
Right.
They're gonna pull apart and crack.
What do I use to, like, patch ups wherever I need to patch? Do I use stucco mix there, or do you have any recommendations?
Yeah, wherever you got.
Like, for example, if you bend down here, there's like,
Yeah.
there's some.
So they make like right here, honestly, what I would do here? I know what I would do here, but I don't know if you want to do it because of budget. They make this siding that looks like wood.
Uh-huh.
I would put that right there and just dress up that front. I'll show it to you, man. I just did it on a property. I got a training station that I built for all my students to come in town.
Uh-huh.
So here, I'll show you this real quick here. So that's what I would do, but you don't, if not, it may cost too much to do.
Okay.
I built this training facility to show people this is a condition 4 property,
Mhm.
and this is the same property, condition 3. We did just wood,
Okay.
different windows. We did, I wish I had a better picture of it. I probably do. There you can see the wood.
I see it, yeah.
It's expensive. It's the inside of that unit. So we do them nice too, man.
Yeah.
We blew this wall out here, but you can kind of see there.
I see it.
Your wood panel. But if you're not gonna do that, what I would do is just take and you put your structure light in, and then over top of it to get some of this texture in there, you're just gonna need somebody that knows how to like work a hopper.
Yep.
They got a hopper.
Yes.
You know how to
Yep.
do that and blend that in?
Yeah.
I do a real nice mailbox here.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably do, while you're doing electric, I'd do 2 lights here if you could.
Yep.
I'd do that new black door they got.
He's already got electric. You just pull that light.
Oh, well, you
Yeah.
can keep that and put one right
I'm
there.
gonna
Yeah.
put a nice light
we go in
there.
here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Are you gonna keep this?
I'm gonna paint it nice.
Okay. That's
Red
fine.
color. Yeah.
Are you gonna sand the hardwoods or no?
My flooring's already on site.
Yeah.
I think when the time comes to sell, that's when we could worry about the
I'd
hardwood.
fix this right now
Uh-huh.
before you start. I mean, it's not a big deal, but this is easy to fix. I can show you how to fix this. You can feel where it's falling here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably right here, load bearing. Is this?
No,
or
this
is
was not. This was not load bearing. So we demoed the wall here.
Oh yeah, hold on. So the load bearing is right.
Yeah, that's the load bearing.
Got it.
So it
So
was-
right here where this, you're gonna have a metal beam that comes down and then over
Mhm.
here, right here at that point is gonna be fall. So
Okay.
we could go I can show you how to jack that up if you want.
Sure.
But you want to do it, you're doing drywall before you do that because it may crack the drywall.
Yeah.
Man, this is beautiful here. So tell me what you're doing here.
So we're gonna have, and this is gonna be my nice kitchen, right?
Mhm.
We got 42-inch uppers. We're gonna have a stove here.
So you're doing a sink,
Yeah.
dishwasher,
Base 50.
24 upper, 15 base,
Yep.
12 upper. Now, why are you got the base? So you're gonna have to. Why is that different than the upper here?
Good question. So on my stove, I'm gonna do range hood,
Yep.
right? So I want a little bit of gap, so it's not super close to each other. And whenever someone's cooking,
Yeah.
like catches everything. That's
Yeah.
why I have a leverage of 2 inches sometimes.
Got it. That makes sense, man.
Yeah.
And that look beautiful too. Then you got your upper, and then what's this up?
That's a small pantry
Mhm.
right here.
Yeah.
18-inch door goes in there. We did move the exterior door here because when we go in that room, I'm gonna show you.
Man, hold on. So you're keeping the decking, right?
Yeah.
Man, I love it, man. I hate when people just come in and rip out good stuff and then they take and they put back the exact same thing they tore out because there's a couple rotted boards.
I know. I'm gonna just get rid of the rotted ones with
Yeah.
the new ones, but
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, or
over.
just scab onto them, actually.
Yeah. I'm not
That's
gonna over.
that's people that understand that know how to do the BRRRR, man. That's how you make money.
And this one, guys, here.
What's going on here?
So this was a full bathroom, right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna show you the.
What are you gonna do with this space?
So this is because you have kitchen here, right? I like nice open, more space in the kitchen. I'm gonna do a nice island here to keep
Yep.
it in, right? And by eliminating a full bathroom, right, this becomes a half bath now.
Yeah.
I'm adding a full bath in the master bedroom,
Got it.
right? So you get like an ensuite. You also have laundry upstairs.
Mhm.
Nobody wants to go down in the dungeon anymore.
You know what I would do here? Here's what I would do. I'd put a base cabinet,
Okay.
30 or
Mhm.
36
Okay.
right here. I put a 24 base, a 24 base here.
Uh-huh.
And I actually probably put an angle and then 24 base. Yeah, and then same thing here. Chair underneath, little piece of granite. It's only gonna come out 13 inches.
Okay.
Coffee station right here.
That's very
Tenants
good.
love it, man. So I'll
Yeah.
show you a picture. But I never like harsh angles. So
Mhm.
even the sink, there's nothing you can really do about that. You're gonna have a harsh angle. But right here, if you do, you know what? I'll just show you on the one the training facility we did here.
Uh-huh.
Here we got that on this training facility. And then I'll show you these panels we used here too. See that? See the panels here?
Love it.
That
Yeah.
panel's $49. Bro.
Yeah,
We put a whole panel there.
I see them in Costco all the time.
So
yes.
this, that's
Oh,
all we
wow.
do here.
So-
Put a,
Sorry. Did you use the uppers as the base here?
yeah, because you
That's
don't want them to
very
be too deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I already got upper sitting in my garage, which I demoed and saved something.
But look
like-
at this. This is that wow factor. So when you do decide
Yeah.
to sell it for $500-600,
Yeah.
look, this $49 for this beadboard, man.
Wow. I love
And then your quartz top, we paid $55 a foot for that.
it. Mm-hmm.
We didn't even get it cheaper, but this guy comes out in 48 hours. Like we get the cabinets in, and 48 hours later he's dropping it. So I don't care. We care more about time and
Yep.
speed.
Time's money.
So if you can see, here's a corner, and then you got this one here. Then you got this place to sit here. Then you got another one over there.
So is that just like, did you create the corner by framing? Is that what you did?
No,
The
it was
cabinets?
a closet there.
Right.
And I was like, dude, don't want no closet. And so we tore the closet out, and then we just put the cabinets there. We put the corner cabinet. This was already a
Oh,
wall, just like
okay.
this. So imagine you put a corner cabinet that's $170 plus 50 for the install or whatever. Then you got another probably 12, which is going to be 120 to a
Mhm.
small. These are only 12 inches deep. Then you got a 1.5-inch overhang. And then over here,
Just the regular one?
you just do a 12. I mean, what you want to do is create a desk here.
Right.
A desk with a coffee station, maybe put a couple plugs here.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you got to do that, but I'm just saying.
No, I love it. I'm
Yeah.
actually gonna do it.
And then right here too in your demo, make
Uh-huh.
sure they get that board up. That's
Yep.
going to be in the way of putback.
Yep.
Man, I love you kept these old doors here.
Yeah.
You know they sell these cartridges at Home Depot, don't you?
Yeah.
For the
yeah.
old doors if
Yeah.
you need them.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
it's
awesome here, man.
It's a mess right now, but it's gonna look real
No, that's
good.
great. It's great. Where's the van? Are you just gonna do right over here?
I was thinking that corner, Nate, a
Okay.
small 18-inch,
Got it. Yeah.
maybe pedestal, because it's tight and it's weird angle here, right?
Yeah.
But the master bedrooms where you're gonna see all the good
Did you
stuff.
test for lead?
I did not.
Kane, you want to test for lead?
Yeah, I think
You want them to test real quick, or you'd rather not know?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
You asking me? I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah.
about it.
Kane, go get a lead test strip. We're gonna test this for him. And here's what I'll tell you, man.
Mhm.
Always do that.
Okay.
Good though. I'll go get it.
Yeah, I think you're good too.
Okay.
But if there is lead, you just want to know because they make a paint that you can put on it.
Yeah.
I mean, this spaceport is good. The one we had around there had lead. We just ripped everything out. But this door here, keeping the older door, could
yeah.
be.
Could be.
This here is the
paint.
things you want to worry about.
Mhm.
Like me and you could eat lead. It doesn't affect us. It's only kids that are
Babies.
7 and under
Yeah.
it affects. So this right here, see how this is kind of pulling apart?
Yeah.
That's what I'm concerned about. That
Gotcha.
could be because but we'll see.
Okay.
And basically, King got these strips here. He just puts them in his mouth because we got to get them wet. You can put them in water if we got water
Okay.
here, but
I was like,
you know,
okay.
this is gonna be nice open floor plan
Nice
here.
open floor.
Beautiful living room.
Yep.
Kind of semi-separated, but not really. I mean, it's beautiful. You got the character from the fireplace.
Yep.
You got TV up there, your furniture all the way around here.
Yep.
Then this is gonna be the next bedroom, right?
This is gonna be the master. So this was original kitchen, as you can tell, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this was the dining, right? So we
Yeah.
tweaked things around. We did a new closet here.
Beautiful. I love the way you took that
Yeah.
corner there and just claimed it.
Yeah. And one of the big things that feedback that I get from a lot of the tenants is whenever you renovate older homes, if your closet size is smaller,
Yeah.
you're gonna have problem. Now, not always you get a bunch
Yeah,
of
like
room.
you don't want a Section 8 closet. People with money got some clothes,
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is gonna be an ensuite here.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is beautiful here.
Yeah.
So is this gonna be like a sitting room?
no,
or-
this is gonna be my laundry.
Oh,
And
cool. Washer
see-
and dryer.
See, this was the original exterior door, right?
Oh,
I
okay.
had to close it and
Yeah.
move it back there because people don't really like doors going to their bedrooms.
Yeah.
And also, it was also about the functionality, right? People are gonna walk into the living room, spend time in kitchen, may want to go out the deck. Now I'm gonna extend the deck by 8 foot, so the landing, becomes on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we had to do, like, to create that or force that appreciation.
Man, yeah, that is awesome, brother. So you're really in tune with digging into your comps. What do you have planned here for to make sure that this doesn't freeze up?
That's a very good question. I'm gonna have a guy come in later tonight, and the reason I'm closing this is because there's an access from the deck.
Yeah.
He's gonna come in, encapsulate the crawl space. That way, I don't have a tenant phone call in winters. That man,
Yeah.
it's not worth.
What do you got? Just a plumbing stack too?
Was that?
You got just a plumbing stack?
Yeah. Plumbing.
What
stack.
I would do if it was mine is I would do exactly what you're doing, but I would take a piece of plumbing tape. You know what that is?
Yeah. I already have it.
$30 piece.
Yeah, and wrap it around.
Wrap
all the
it and
pegs.
then turn the temperature down as low as it can go for if you ever do have that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good suggestion.
So that's awesome, man. So this here, you're gonna
That's the
frame
ledge.
this out.
yeah, small ledge to
Yep.
keep shampoo bottles and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh man. So okay. So this is all gonna be tiled here.
All the way up.
Awesome. What kind of tile are you using?
Always Subway, white.
Subway white. We get it for 89 cents a square foot with our Home Depot discount. Black. You're gonna use black Schluter.
Black sugar.
Black Schluter. Now, when you use that, and a lot of people don't know this, it's something we showed them kind of in our training facility, that you don't need to put spacers in there.
My tile does not. It literally says on the box, no spaces required.
No spacer required. A lot of people I see, even Tyler's like, what are you doing, dude? You
Yeah.
don't need to put spacers in there. What I would do is I would look and see where is it going to break up there, though,
Uh-huh.
because this is probably not level and you don't want it to look,
Right.
wonky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had like fiber tiles up there. I had the guy demo it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a green drywall up there.
Yep.
Wait, Nate, what about the waterproofing or whatever? It's like that rectangle.
Oh, so I always do
Red guard?
soundboard.
yeah. Why
red guard.
don't you not do that? Why?
I mean, you can, but I mean,
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I do it,
Yeah.
but I know Nate's big on like not doing it.
Look, I hate to tell people to do stuff the wrong way. I do. The right way to do it is what he's saying. Sometimes maybe I would do that, but I just, man, I've demoed so many hundreds of units. What it really comes down to is, why are you getting water behind? If you're getting water behind there, that means that you didn't install the tile properly. That means that you didn't grout it properly. And that means that you didn't silicone caulk around the corners and terminations properly. I just tore out so many properties, man. 70, 80-year-old properties, when they first started using drywall, guess what they didn't have?
Cement boards.
They put it right on regular drywall.
Yeah.
Regular drywall, not green board,
Yeah.
not cement board,
Yeah.
like regular drywall, literally. And I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah.
The only stuff that wasn't fine is when the grout line started to crack.
Yeah.
So we got an SOP, standard operating procedure, for our turnovers. That's something they inspect, and every 3 to 5 years we come back and just regrout if needed. It's not that bad. And on them subway tile, you want to use non-sanded grout. And so if you do it right in the first place, you're not going to get water back there, because water doesn't seep through tile, and it doesn't seep through your grout unless you don't seal it. So comes down to a maintenance issue. And the reason we mainly don't do it is because of time.
Yeah.
It's not. It takes an extra day.
Right. Yep.
You got to let it dry.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do 2 coats of it, and it just gets to be 2 days, or it just takes more time. So this is beautiful. Oh, let's see where place we can test, Caden. In here, is there a chip in right here?
How do you test for lead?
He's about to show you.
You got any running water here?
Okay.
Where to grab it would be a question. Let me ask.
Caden,
A bottle. Yeah, you can grab a bottle.
Sure.
Yep.
So here, you want to just show him real quick? And guys, we're not telling you we're professionals. We're just checking. I used to have my lead certification, but when it first came out. But so all you gotta do is get it wet, and then it'll turn purplish red if there's lead.
Okay.
Nope, no lead. Here, try this right here. Try right around.
Oh, this is not lead. This is like
I know, but that old stuff could be.
Where do you get this stuff? Amazon.
At Home Depot, Amazon. You just they used to make them in these things where they broke. Now they just literally nothing. All right, come in here. I want to. Okay, we'll get another one. I want to check in here. Hey, how you guys doing today? Okay, I want to really check this back trim back here. Is what I was more worried about than anything. And there is right here, buddy. So look, right there. So here, try that. Sweet. No lead paint, baby. You good to go. Yeah. You good, man.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Now, I ain't giving you no clearance. I'm just telling you that was the spot I was worried about.
Yeah.
It'll turn purple
Okay.
if it's lead. And the more lead it has, the quicker it'll turn, man.
Okay.
So I'm glad. You come around the corner and we'll show you. We'll be back down here.
Probably mediated it all.
Yeah, I think it's all remediated, but we can show you in you want to go upstairs? All right, so boom, let's look at the function of this here, man. So boom, you come in, beautiful stairways here,
I'm gonna
nice living room. As soon as you come in this door, right hinge, the very first thing you're looking at is over here into this kitchen. So you walk in here, man, beautiful, nice vision here. And then you look at the kitchen, you're like, wow. So I just want you to think about this. If you had a little coffee station over there
that's
and you had put that board all the way to the top,
yeah.
and then now it just looks a little bit more modern.
It's a pop and wow factor.
It's a pop and wow. Let's do the takeoff here. Okay, let's see how much you paying for granite.
I pay around 55 also.
Okay.
I pay about 250 for the cutouts, for the sink cutouts.
Yeah. So this is 5 feet. So here, Caden, 60 inches times 13.5 divided by 145. So 60 inches long divided by times 13 and a half is going to be 12 plus 1.5 overhang, and then divided by 144.
5.5, 5.625.
Times $55.
$300.
$300.
300 plus you got
Two boxes.
2 boxes. So we're going to do 24 here. That way you got, no,
50 there.
not even that. You're going to do, because you only got 5 feet here.
Okay.
So you want to do an 18 and an 18, which will leave you another 18 in there.
Okay.
So it'll leave you 18 for your legs. Actually, that's probably a little too much. I do a 15 and a 15.
15 and 15.
30, then that'll leave you 30 inches for your desk.
Yeah.
2 15 boxes are going to cost you what?
$300.
Okay, so $600. Then you put this panel in. So always look for ways. Here's what most people do. They look for ways to cheap out on properties. I look for, okay, can I spend an extra $5,000 on this property and make it pop? And here's why, guys, because for me, it's a debt game, right? If I'm borrowing $5,000, here's what you got to understand. And this is why most people don't make it doing a BRRRR method, because they want to cheap out. 5,000 times 0.06.5. That's $325 a year divided by 12 months. It cost me $27. Guess what? Stuff like this, I get an extra $100 and I get the very best tenant in the market. Maybe extra $200.
Absolutely.
Right? And you've done it.
Yep.
You've done it. And the problem with not doing a BRRRR method is when he was first buying, he didn't tell me this. He did the same mistake. He thought he was buying a turnkey property, but he was buying a piece of junk that still needed the same thing as the BRRRR, but he didn't have the budget to do it because he already put all his money on the renovation. Then he finds out a year from now or 2 years from now, oh my God, that was old, that was old, that was old. Now you're controlling everything that's old. He knows everything that's old, and he knows, I'm gonna keep the hot water. Look, I'm gonna roll the dice. Not really. He ain't rolling no dice because he knows that hot water tank needs replaced. And instead of replacing, he's gonna keep the money in the account when it breaks. He doesn't panic when they call and say, hey man, our water tank broke. He said, man, it's about time. That thing was 12 years old 3 years ago.
Absolutely.
That's how you run a business. And that's how you get rid of your fear of going in debt and the what if happens. What if it's gonna happen? How are you gonna deal with that? That's predicting the future. Buying where the hood meets the good. Where the hood's gonna win or the good's gonna win. Madisonville, guess who's gonna win?
The good.
The good's gonna win, baby. And when they win, your kids win.
Yeah.
You got kids?
Yeah. 2
Awesome.
of them.
How old?
6 and 4.
Man, the earlier you get them out here.
Yeah.
So, and I know I'm taking a lot of your time, man, but I want to tell you, Caden was 3, barely old enough to walk. We were at St. Leo, the street on St. Leo over in College Hill. And I still remember it like it was yesterday, man. I had to be about 2009 because he was a baby. He'd come walking up. It was cold out of the snow, walking through the snow. And my buddy Mike Lay, I grew up with, and Nick Clark, he said, yeah, big dog, we're done over here, man. You want to come do a walkthrough? And then we walk in. He knew that it was supposed to be done. As soon as he walks in, he says, this don't look done, daddy. So you get them out here when they're young. Never go home and complain. Never. You never have a bad day in real estate. You don't take that home because the people that I see who kids want nothing to do with it, you know why? It's because all they did was complain about the problems. I expect the problems. I don't expect to build massive wealth by not having problems. You're either going to go to work for somebody and solve problems for them and be told what to do, or you're going to come out here and solve problems for yourself. Now, that doesn't mean there's not a balance. You love what you do, but we literally just replaced an engineer at the other property. I went to Claude, I prompted Claude. They told me what size LVL. You know, when you're doing single family homes, You don't need engineer drawings to even take out load-bearing walls?
I did in one of the properties, and I had to hire engineer.
You don't need to. You can do it yourself. Did you know that?
I did not.
You do not need an engineer. I'll call down there with you if you want and show you. We could talk. When you're doing single family homes in Cincinnati, you do not need an engineer. We're speccing out the LVL. We're gonna show them what size LVL.
Himself down there who runs the firm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I said, well, dude, we're gonna blow off the roof and put a dormer in. Do we need an engineer for that? He said, no.
Wow.
I was like, damn. He said, no, it's gonna be tricky, Nate. He said, it's gonna be a little tricky because I even run into issues on that because you got basically the load coming down, the load pushing back.
Yeah.
And then so I was like, not really. You just do it this way coming out instead of this way coming out. It's the dormer, the way the dormer's gonna be. Then you're just carrying the load down. Then what am I carrying this load down to? Down to the next floor. Then what am I carrying that down to?
The dormer comes all the way out, then that should be no problem. Sit on top of the first.
That's not true because think about this. Look, now you bring this up. Now this is pushing back up against the board, right? So yeah, as long as you're just theoretically doing that, but you're not just doing that, you're cutting this out and bringing that up. And when you do that, you push them back. So that's where you got to bring an engineer in to kind of understand. But what I want to do is I want to spend some money on AI. And here's why. It's not that I don't care about paying an engineer. It's just we're 2-3 weeks out and it's going to, like, dude, you ain't gonna hold my project up for no 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Claude or I'm gonna get a code enforcement AI or whatever to do this for me.
Yep.
And so literally we went over there and I'll show you this prompt. It told me what the live load was. How long did it take me to do that prompt? 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And engineer's done.
Yeah.
His job's gonna be replaced, man.
Yeah.
That's AI is coming quick, you know, because you develop.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go check out the upstairs, bro.
Yeah. So you get like 2 huge bedrooms, oversized bedrooms upstairs, walk-in closets in both of that. And that's why, Nate, I thought like, yes, I mean, typically I wouldn't pay over 200 grand whenever I'm doing BRRRR.
But you're gonna be able to get your cash out,
That's
man.
the key, right?
You're in the right area.
And I have
one other thing. This here, you didn't replace this. You didn't replace this, so you're good. But if you ever do, anywhere within a doorway has to be tempered glass.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did
If you're
not know
doing,
that.
this has to be tempered because they're gonna say, or if it's within 18 inches, or if within a bathroom and it's under 6 feet. They're saying somebody could slip and fall. I said, well, what if Shaq falls? You know, he's above 6 feet. Also, if they give you a problem, instead of replacing it, they make this sheet that you can put over top of it that can pass code too.
Gotcha.
Remember, UL is what you're looking for. You know what UL is?
I do not.
United Laboratories.
Okay.
They charge a lot,
Okay.
but not really. Here's why. Let's say you got some fire caulk, CWV 25, I think is what it's called.
Okay.
It's $13 a tube. People are like, oh, that's expensive. I'm like, okay, well, you can go get the other stuff that's like $5 a tube. They're like, okay. I'm like, but you got to go take that and have that rated by an engineer.
Okay.
They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, dude. You know, and if you ever run into a problem, there's a place called Hilti, Hilti, and they sell the fire code stuff, and they'll give you the spec sheet from the engineer, so you don't have to hire an engineer.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different stuff you can do.
This is what I'm gonna keep it here, sand it, stain it, poly it, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And
this is beautiful, man. I think you just wipe these up, dude, to be honest. I'm telling you, I would just clean them up. You don't need, I mean, look at it, man.
Yeah, they look
I'm telling you,
good.
if you wipe this up here,
Yeah,
because,
they're gonna look good.
yeah, I mean, maybe
Maybe a little bit sandy.
maybe a little bit of light sand and polish.
2 bedrooms.
Whoa,
walk-in,
this is huge.
walk-in
Are
closets.
you gonna keep these floors?
Like I said, Nate, I'm just gonna do LVP right now because I do not have any pet restrictions on my rentals, right?
Yeah, but dude, this is done.
This is
You
good.
could save the LVP. You're gonna get the same comp, same tenant, same value.
My thought process is when I sell the property, right? I get rid of the flooring, sand it, make it really
Got
nice.
it.
That's my thought process.
So your thought process, you want to protect this.
yeah, for
Got
the
it.
future, right?
So over the past 100 years, who's been here protecting it?
That's
See what
a
I'm saying?
That's a very good point. Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
it's
I see
beautiful.
what you're saying. Yeah.
That's beautiful too. This is massive, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is.
Two walk-in closets, right?
Yeah. I had a property down on Probasco, and they had like, it was big like that, and they were growing weed in there, and I had to evict them. I was like, damn, you couldn't even grow weed right, man. Couldn't even pay your rent. That's huge.
Yeah. Yep.
Dang, that's really nice. Yeah. All right, see you later, buddy. Here, pull that light off. Now, are you gonna replace this?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
I'm
put
gonna
the.
put the nice door hardware. I'm gonna change the hinges to nice black color, you know.
Oh no, these are. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're probably right. You
They're
could just change
troublemakers,
them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you ever have the holes, you know how to put the dowel rods in.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
contractor knows it.
Yeah.
I may not, but
Yeah. So this is good, man. Just
And-
wood feel that maybe.
Yeah, this is the thing about the older doors, that's solid wood, right? It may look dated right now.
It don't look dated. When you
Right.
paint this, it's gonna look
It's not
good.
brand new.
I go buy these brand new sometimes for an older house like this.
Yeah,
I won't do a 2-panel, I'll do a 5-panel.
yeah,
It'll be the cheap stuff that won't be real wood. No, these
Right.
are definitely
Real
you
wood.
want to keep, man.
right, yeah.
You don't want to get rid of them.
And
Dang,
Same-
this is just as big.
same thing,
well, not
same
as big,
size.
but
yeah,
this is
2
massive.
walk-in closets, right?
Man, I think you're gonna get a huge value here, man.
And I already chopped down all the trees. That was day one after I closed.
Mhm.
Day one was trees and demo, right?
Yeah.
They got like, big branches on over my property, chop them
Mhm.
off, demo done, right?
Man, this way ain't in bad shape, man.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's why I was like, yeah, I mean,
Because you really wanted to buy this at like 170,
that's what.
but
was
it don't need
pitching.
as much work though.
Right.
You know, usually you could buy something like this for 150, 170, but it's gonna need
100 grand.
120,000 probably. You got all new plumbing, new electric. I mean, yeah, man, you crushed it, bro.
Yep. And then there's a bathroom up here, fully demoed right now, right?
Mhm.
We're gonna put new bathtub, subway
Now, what
tiles.
can you do about this subfloor here?
Good question. I was thinking, like, do I get rid of it and put a new plywood?
I would pull it up and understand why they did it here.
Bumped it up, right?
Yeah, they probably did it to put this new toilet
Back
thing in.
there,
I
yeah.
would probably, look at what you could do. Maybe you could. I would pull it up and see, because that is. I mean, it's not a huge deal.
Yeah, but it's
But
still.
Yeah.
There's a dip here also, right?
Mhm.
Now, I didn't want to overcomplicate this, but you can tell me what your thoughts are. Initially, I thought, why is it here? So I was gonna like cut maybe drywall down here to see what's going on.
I'd
What-
pull this up. No,
Pull
do
this
this. Pull this up.
Okay.
You don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot more work than
Yeah.
just. I mean, look, this. You can pull this up, and still that flange comes off there.
Mm-hmm.
And if not, you just use a Dremel to cut around it.
Mm-hmm.
But that hub should just pop off right there.
Okay.
And you just pull this up, and you can literally reuse it. The only thing that's going to be in the way is here.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have to maybe. I mean, you got this drywall underneath it. That's what I would do. I would just demo the board.
Okay.
Because you already got your drywall looks good down. It's a lot
Yep.
easier to replace a board than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the only other option you got is if you could take this down, you
Mhm.
could ramp it all the way back to here
Mm-hmm.
and see what you're, how gradual. But you're thinking about reselling. You want to think about that resale, what that person's going to see.
Yeah.
There's going to be the kids up here, so they're not going to care a whole lot.
Yeah.
They're not going to care a whole lot. Well, awesome job, man.
Thank you. Appreciate
Why don't you take my number down, man? And,
Sure, I
And then we'll come out here and, you come over here and look at this place we're doing. It's raw. It's
Absolutely.
raw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's raw. When I tell you it was one of the roughest houses that I've seen,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it was bad. We had to take 4 chimneys down all the way from the top all the way to the basement.
Wow.
Yeah, we're on 5-foot dumpster right now.
Wow.
So it's gutted to the studs. We found knob and tube. It's gonna have to be everything new. You could, if you're not pulling permits, because there's nothing in there you're doing. Like, what is it that you're doing that's gonna hold you up? I mean, you would just need more guys.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, man, you could do this in 2 days. I mean, you could do it as quick as you want. Over in India, in China, bro, they literally are building 40-story buildings in 30 days. And in America, they're like, you can't do that in a week. I'm like, dude, you see what's going on in China and in India? Because, I mean, they got these massive cities that are just exploding.
They got to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you really also don't want to kill yourself. This is a sprint, man. This isn't a race, man. This is
It's a marathon.
brother, huh?
It's a marathon.
Oh, well, whatever the hell,
Yeah.
probably, yeah. But
You're
let me tell you a little bit, and then I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you bringing us in, man. Look at that house across the street. That's $500,000 or
Yeah.
maybe 600,000. For those of you that don't understand what the BRRRR method is, if I could really drill down and get granular with, if you could buy a property for 120, put 20% down, bridge financing.
Yep.
That's all day. You can do that, right?
Yep.
50,000 renovation.
74. Yep.
Huh?
74 so far. 64 so far.
64 what?
Uh,
No. You're
okay.
doing a fix and flip loan. They're gonna give you
Oh, okay.
50,000 to the renovation. You start
Yeah.
with $35,000.
Yeah.
A person starting with 35 grand. I'm gonna tell you guys how crazy it is out here. How much wealth you can build if you do this right. So do you think you can buy properties all day for 120 that you got to put 50 in? You got 13,000 in closing and holding costs.
Mm-hmm.
You're all in them for 183.
Mm-hmm.
That appraised at 265.
Yep.
You wouldn't do that deal, would you?
I would not.
I wouldn't either. But if you did something like that, that's what we call a marginal deal. Marginal deal. Now, if it's in an area where I believe it's going to be worth $450 in 5 or 6 or 7 years, I might do it. Here's the numbers I ran. That property you're gonna be able to rent for $1,800 a month. Is that a real number?
Probably, yeah.
You're gonna have 6% vacancy. Is that a real number?
It is.
You're gonna have $2,200 in taxes because you're gonna be able to do an abatement. Is that a real number?
It is.
So you got another $1,000 in how much spent on your insurance?
So right now, because I have got fix and flip, it's about like, a little bit higher.
Well, what are you paying on average per unit?
1,500-ish.
I got a guy I'll hook you up with. He may be able to save you some money. He's real good. He's up in Liberty too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it the auto insurance?
Nah,
Fire
my
stuff?
buddy used to
Okay.
be the biggest, he used to run the biggest State Farm agency, Meinberg agency out in Hyde Park.
Okay.
It's Greg Meinberg.
Okay.
Yeah, he started his own agency now. Well, he got his own, that was his dad's. But he was at, Cadence went from 16,000 to how much your insurance go down to?
About 6,000 a year.
Yeah, he saved 10 grand a year.
Wow.
Yeah,
Across his all units, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That
That's
was,
when my portfolio was at 5 units, I think. So
Gotcha.
now, I'm at 11, so that would be $40,000 I would be spending.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. All right,
That's
so
real money saving.
assuming that you did them numbers, and every time you did a 75% cash out, every time you did that, you're gonna have an extra 15,250 cash out. Assuming that you just roll that money back over, and every time you got enough to do more than one deal at a time, you scaled up. After 5 years, you know how many you would have?
So let's say if you're doing 3 a year, right? And you're stacking up on cash and doing multiples at a time.
Yes.
Even if you just did 3, let's say for it, right? Minimum 15, but that's not true because
Well,
you're
over,
gonna-
over 5 years, 15. Can I tell you what Claude told me?
Mhm.
721 units. 721 units, $190 million portfolio value, 12.8 million cash in your pocket. Then you got another 40 something million in equity, right? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But that's being optimized.
Right.
And then people will say, well, yeah, but that'll be hard to do. I've done 2,000 units in 5 years before. And is it hard? You know, it's like me saying, man, it'd be hard to bench 400 pounds. No, I'm just fat and weak. It's not hard. I just don't have that skill set. But if I wanted to go work on that, I could. What I want to leave you guys with is this, man. You don't need to get to 720 units. But don't tell me you can't get 20 or 30 in 5 years, man.
That's easy.
That's easy to do. If we knew you started, so doing a BRRRR method, you start with 35,000. You said you were kind of capped out after your third deal.
Bank wouldn't let me money because my debt ratio was too high for traditional banks.
Yeah.
That's why I have to go DSCR route.
DSCR is easier.
It's the
The
cheat
rates
code.
are better.
Yeah.
They're easier to process. They don't ask for your tax returns. They don't ask for income statements. They don't care about your debt to income ratio. They
Yep.
care about your credit score, experience, and some cash. That's what they care about, man. So if you guys want to learn how to do this, man, guys, I got the BRRRR Invest group on Facebook. We show people how to do free stuff in there all the time. I got free trainings, free videos. I'm coming out with some calculators and spreadsheets. We train people on this, and we got a mentorship too that's like 12 weeks where you got one-on-one coaching for those of you that really want to get into this. You'll save so much money just not making mistakes that you don't know you're going to make. But either way, man, if you are serious about it or you're just maybe want to think about it, man, make sure you follow me. And would you mind if we just keep in touch, text me?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna come back and show everybody what you did to this, man.
Absolutely.
A
I
month
would
and a
love
half
it.
from now, brother.
I would love it.
Yeah.
I'll text
And
you
we can
now.
catch up sometime. I'm right up the street from you, man.